Ahead in the news this evening, another day, another murder. Tonight, a 40-year-old man is gunned down, pushing the count to 102. We're on the scene. A Haitian sloop runs aground in South Beach. Authorities are trying to determine just how many Haitians are on the loose in the capital tonight. International experts meeting here in the capital to discuss climate change. They feel education can make a difference. It's Wednesday, September 21st. Get ready. The Bahamas Tonight starts right now.
Covering the islands of the Bahamas, ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight.
Good to have you along this evening. This is the Bahamas Tonight National Report. I'm Shanique Miller. A familiar theme in the news these days. It's a story that's left family members wondering whether there was anything they could have done to stop their loved one from being gunned down, considering that the warning signs were there. Tonight, investigators are putting the pieces of the puzzle together that will hopefully provide much-needed answers to the country's 102nd murder. It's our top story tonight. Here's Clint Watson.
Family members of 40-year-old boat captain Marvin Kerr believes he would have been alive today had authorities followed up on what they called the obvious signs that he was in trouble. You see, a month ago, Kerr made headlines after he was shot while standing outside of his residence at Tourist Court Ideal Estates. That's off Soldier Road. Culprits reportedly fired gunshots in the direction of the victim, which resulted in the 40-year-old sustaining injuries to the abdomen. He was taken to the Princess Margaret Hospital, where he was initially detained in serious condition. Since then, he was released, and now he was gunned down in the same spot. This time, he was shot multiple times. Superintendent Stephen Dean of the National Crime Prevention Office was on the scene.
As a result, police have commenced an intense investigation into this matter. We want members of the public to know that the police remains committed. Despite the challenges that we face, we remain committed to the call that we must work together with the public to ensure that we have a safer Bahamas. But the clarion call goes out to members of the public. Anyone who might have been passing this area around that time or sometime before, or who might have information pertaining to this matter, this is the time for you to reach out to the police, to contact us. Go to any police station, call our emergency numbers, call the crime tipsters. We need information to solve this matter. We want to bring justice to this family. This is a family that have lost and is in grief right now. We need to bring justice to this family.
As to whether they believe the person or persons responsible are the same who gunned him down weeks before, police aren't saying much at this time.
We are putting the pieces together, and as soon as we can bring some idea as to what might have happened, some motive, we will be updating you members of the media.
Dean says we're at a crossroad in our country and need the support of everyone. To the perpetrators out there, he sent this strong warning.
But the police remain committed to target you. Police will find you. We will bring you into custody, wherever you might be. We say the family members who know of these criminal persons in their homes, sleeping in their beds, please turn them in. This is no time to cloak any members. We are saying the persons, we find you to have persons who we wanted persons in their custody, who we are looking for, the police will also prosecute you too for harboring, which is a very serious offense.
Again, police are appealing to members of the public who may have any information regarding this incident to contact police 911-919-322-3333 or the Central Detective Unit at 502-9991 or 502-9910 or Crime Stoppers at 328-TIPS. Clint Watson, ZNS News.
Police are also looking into an early morning shooting that has left a 19-year-old Bamboo Town man in hospital. The incident reportedly occurred around 2:30 this morning. Initial reports indicate that the victim was standing in the parking lot of Club 112 on Madera Street when he was shot by some person or persons unknown to him. The victim was taken to hospital by EMS, where he is detained in serious condition. Police are questioning two men, ages 20 and 22, in connection with this incident. Well, police aren't just sitting idly by. Officers are out and about throughout this island making numerous arrests. We can tell you that officers of the Central Detective Unit have 13 men in their custody for offenses such as murder, attempted murder, armed robbery, and stabbing. 12 of the men were arrested earlier yesterday, and one was arrested Saturday. 4 of them are being questioned in connection with 2 separate murders last week. 3 men were handed over to police by their lawyers and are being questioned in connection with the recent murder at Camp Road. 1 man is being questioned in connection with the murder at Cordo Avenue. Now 4 other men are being questioned in connection with 4 separate shooting incidents. A 15-year-old and 2 others taken into custody on suspected car theft. The ages of the others are 18 and 26. Now the 3 are in police custody after they were caught attempting to steal a vehicle. Officers of the Western Division arrested the men around 2 this morning. According to reports, the officers of that division were on routine patrol in the Cable Beach Manor area when they observed the men attempting to take the vehicle. Convicted child rapist Andrew Bridgewater was recently released from Her Majesty's prison after serving out his sentence. But as is the case here, when ex-convicts are released into the public, no one ever knows about it, as there is no list or registered sex offenders list here in the country. But tonight, Bahamians want that changed. Ianthea Smith brings you the details in the ZNS News exclusive.
The man convicted of the rape of a 6-year-old girl some 6 years ago has already admitted to the crime, and he's already done the time, all 5 years. But last week, Andrew Bridgewater was released from prison, a situation that has some Bahamians crying foul and calling for the government to have a registered sex offenders list published now.
I feel like he paid society for his dues, but the fact still remains the government should implement a system where to let people know that this person is out and he could commit the same offense again.
If he beat the system, he got away and he did his little time, but as our justice was poor.
The eerie story of Bridgewater and his then 6-year-old rape victim shook the country to its core after news of a 33-year-old man having unlawful sexual intercourse with the girl whom he knew and leaving her behind the Blue Hill power plant wearing only a blood-stained T-shirt sparked major public outcry. But there are mixed reviews to his release.
It's disgusting. So I feel these people need to be just put away for life.
I feel like if the man did his time, he's cool, you know. Shouldn't be looking for saying, well, he's still, that's what he is, that's what he was. What he is less to be seen. You gotta just remain to be seen what he is now.
Prison Assistant Superintendent Wilfred Ferguson confirming to our news team today that Bridgewater was released last Tuesday. During that 2006 trial, evidence revealed that Bridgewater reportedly took the child to an abandoned car in bushes off Blue Hill Road and had vaginal and anal sex with her. The child's doctor's report revealed that she suffered from a laceration to the labia, bleeding in the vaginal wall, swelling to the forehead, a hematoma to her cheek, and vaginal laceration with 2nd and 3rd degree tears from her vagina to her rectum. The girl had to be hospitalized for 2 to 3 weeks as a result of the sexual assault. Now, although Bridgewater was sentenced to 7 years at Her Majesty's prisons and 10 strokes with the Cat O' Nine tail, ASP Ferguson explained that in prison time that actually equaled 5 years. Those 10 strokes, however, were appealed and dismissed. Now, we want to make it unequivocally clear that this is not a personal attack on Bridgewater, who, as we said earlier, has already served his sentence and was rightfully released from prison. But the Bahamians we spoke to today said this is a textbook case of what they've been saying all along, that the public has the right to know who their neighbors are, especially if they're ex-convicts. Ianthea Smith, ZNS News.
Could there be a large number of new undocumented Haitians in the Bahamas tonight? Well, it's possible. A Haitian sloop was found in waters off southern New Providence early this morning. When immigration officers arrived at the location around 3 in the morning, they discovered a large sailing vessel some 500 yards off the shore of South Beach Pools. Immediately, the officers began their search of the area and found just 3 Haitian migrants. Further investigations revealed that the Haitian vessel carried an undetermined amount of illegal migrants who landed between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. last night. Defense Force officers do not know how many Haitians came on shore. It is believed that they were more than the 3 they found on board. Officials believe all others successfully escaped in nearby bushes.